right, the premiere's finally here. How you feeling?
This is amazing. I didn't expect any of this, and I'm looking around and they have turned the Grove into Christmas in early November. This is fantastic, and so to bring this story to the world and be able to share it with everyone, it's a dream come true. It's amazing.
Well, what is your thought on, because it kind of feels like we're skipping Thanksgiving. I feel like so many people are okay with that, though, and I feel like this is the year, you know what, let's start celebrating early.
I think it's been a hot summer, and there's been so much just craziness in the world, and I think people are finally I want to just celebrate with my family, so let's just skip right to it. So the idea of starting Christmas November 8th with this movie, if that's what it takes to usher it in, I'm all about it. Get out the presents and start decorating the Christmas tree.
You've done so many of these that have done really well now. What are you most proud of with this film in particular that's really, when you look back at this season of life, that you're going to go, man, this was special because of this?
I think for this one, it really is about the team that got assembled to make it. I think for those of us that started in, the idea of faith film and doing things that had stories of redemption in it, there was a group of us that all started at the same time, and Dallas Jenkins was one of those individuals. And so we were all trying to figure it out along the way. We had success with I Can Only Imagine, Jesus Revolution. He had an amazing success with The Chosen. So when he brought this story to us and was like, I want to make a Christmas classic, we're like, what a dream team to be able to kind of collaborate together. And I think there's just been just a multiplying effect. So for us to be on this together and to bring something that has this much joy in it, I love working with great storytellers like him, and it's just a privilege.
It's a lot of fun to see who's all here, and the mix between mainstream media, the faith-based media, which is a lot of what I think your team is trying to do as well. Talk a little bit about that and the importance of a night like this.
I think the thing that I'm excited about, looking at this venue, Lionsgate treats the stories that we're trying to tell with a lot of respect, a lot of honor and dignity. They treat them as big movies. And so for us, we're like, just because we do stories of faith and stories of redemption doesn't mean that there's something, not something for everyone. And so we try to do mainstream kind of ideas that appeal to you regardless of what you believe. That's an invitation in to be enjoy a story that you might be, an unexpected experience. And so I've been excited to see those things grow and the stories get bigger and bigger and to take on different varieties. So I think, stories like Best Christmas Pageant, that's a very mainstream story, still have the heart of it, the heart of the story of Christmas. And I think you can have your cake and eat it too, and Lionsgate is letting us do that right now, and our audience is voting with their ticket and saying we want more of that. And so we're excited to do that.
Well, enjoy the night.
Appreciate you.
Talk about this experience. I'm sure it was a nice kind of just fun break for being so heavy all the time on The Chosen.
Yes, you know it. The Chosen, it has my heart, and I want to honor that character and story so much that every time I go to set, I'm like, this is very important. And I was, every time we film, it means so much. This was a wonderful opportunity that Dallas gave me, that I could just have fun, show up on set, put on a wig, and really, really get to have fun and have this sort of lighthearted experience. I'm very grateful for that.
I was curious if it was a wig. It looked really good.
That hair and makeup team was fantastic. It was a wig. She pulled out part of my natural hair to comb it back.
Okay.
So it was my hairline, but it was a wig.
Well, it looked fabulous.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hey, as we close here, last question, what's the message you want people to take from this film?
Yeah, I think this film is this beautiful reminder of Jesus' very humble beginnings. It's a reminder that not to judge other people for the way they look or even sometimes the way they act. Sometimes the way people act is acting out to let people know that they need help or they're in pain. And so this overall message of non-judgment and loving others is just very prevalent in this film.
Awesome. Enjoy the night. Job well done, as always.
Thank you.
Good to see you. All right, talk about how fun this was. I'm assuming you're going to say it's fun. It sure did look like it.
Yeah. Anything that I get to do with Dallas Jenkins is fun. And an honor and a blessing, honestly. Such a great set as always. It was really a lot of love on set. And I hope and I think it translates into the film as well.
Talk about, The Chosen has taken up so much of your life here the last couple of years. Talk about taking a break from that and doing this. Kind of what that meant for you, maybe just creatively too.
Yeah, it's really interesting. When I play Gaius, first of all, it's first century. It's very intense. It's very life and death. And I find myself kind of hiding on set. They can always find me, but I really stay to myself because I want to stay in, I guess, the zone of the time and what's going on with my character. On this, it was the absolute opposite. Because I was the reverend of the church, I was very gregarious. I was introducing myself to all the background because I wanted them to feel comfortable when we had the church scenes. So it was like the opposite of Gaius. So it was really, really fun to come outside of that dark world and into a world of love and light, basically.
What is that message that you hope people will take away when they watch this? Because there's a lot to it, I think, for both kids and adults, maybe even more for adults than kids.
Yeah, I think, to me, one of the most beautiful parts is to remember to put the needs of others before our own. And I think the film does that in a beautiful, very subtle way, because we're taking those that are less fortunate and putting them ahead of others when normally they would be ignored. So I hope everyone walks away going, you know what, I need to do more for others. I need to be kinder, nicer. That's what I hope.
I think you did it. I think they're going to do that.
I think so too.
All right, talk about kind of just being here and able to enjoy the night.
Yeah, no pressure on me.
Yeah.
I'm just here to support my buddy Dallas and to get behind a film that is sure to be a Christmas classic and one that actually is about the spirit of Christmas, the true spirit of Christmas, and keeping Christ in Christmas and bringing back the sense of what the season's about.
Not to put you on the spot, have you seen it yet?
I have not seen it yet. No, I've been waiting to see it on the big screen. So they sent me screeners and I refused to watch them because I like experiencing movies in the theater, you know. So I want to be completely immersed and surrounded and with a crowd, with an audience, like laughing and crying all together. It's what cinema's about.
Well, let's talk about the vibe. I've done a lot of red carpets now with you and Kingdom Story Company, and this does have a different vibe. It's so fun and lighthearted. Let's talk about that and kind of being purposeful for that.
It's a movie that celebrates families, and we wanted to have a family atmosphere that celebrated Christmas. It's perfect. Like, we just started November. It's like, it's not too early for Christmas.
No, it's not.
No, it's like, let's bring the goodness of Christmas out into the premiere of this movie. The movie is about the nativity story, the origin of Christmas, why we celebrate Christmas. And so we just wanted to have a fun family atmosphere. It's really great. Love it.
I haven't talked with you about this one. We obviously talked about Whitebird, some of the other ones. What's so special about this one that you love personally so much that you're excited for people to see?
I'm excited because there's a lot of people that are fans of the book, my family included, that just they read the book every year at Christmas and that they will not be disappointed. My family, actually, this is the first time they're going to see the movies today, so they wanted to wait till the premiere. They didn't want to see any early cuts, and they're going to love it. And I'm just so happy about that. So those that have high expectations based on what the book means to them are going to be pleased. If you've never read the book, doesn't matter. It's a fun ride because it's funny, it's emotional, it's got all the twists and turns, and it's a unifying experience, which I think is really important right now.
So one of the main things that made me want to tell this story was when I finished the book, I thought, I don't know that I can think of a story that is so explicitly Jesus focused and yet is so universally acceptable. It doesn't feel like homework, it doesn't feel like it's exclusive, because I think everyone from every stripe can see someone in the story that's themselves. And so I think there's something about Christmas that's uniquely unifying. And so around Christmas time, you can turn on the radio and hear Frank Sinatra singing about Jesus. There's no other time of year where you can get away with that. So my hope is that this movie can draw people in, they can experience this story, and then maybe see it in a different way and maybe give it more of a chance the rest of the year. Maybe it's not just a Christmas story.
Last question, brag on these kiddos for a minute, because really if they couldn't sell it and do their job, you wouldn't have your film. And that's a lot of pressure to put on these kids, and they did it.
Yeah, I don't tell the kids how much pressure is on them because I don't want them to lose focus. But by the time we were done filming, I'm like, you made our movie. To find kids who have the humor and the heart, who can focus for that long. Now, they didn't always succeed, but neither did Pete Holmes and Judy Greer. So, I was a parent to everybody, including our adults. But as we were gathering all the auditions, the hours and hours and hours, my wife is my co-casting director along with the official casting director. She watches all those tapes. By the time it got narrowed down, it was almost as though God was like, I'm going to make this decision easy for you. There's one person for this role. There's one person for this role. It was similar to The Chosen. It was clear God wasn't going to let me screw it up. And they are amazing.
Enjoy the night. Job well done.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, tell me about how much fun this movie was. You can't tell me it wasn't fun. It's going to break my heart if it wasn't.
No, I don't know how anyone could say it wasn't fun. This was probably one of my best experiences in my entire life. Oh, it was so fun.
Tell me about one of your favorite memories working on this film.
One of my favorite memories is when all the Herdmans went to stunt training and we got to hit each other with foam sticks. It was really fun.
Talk about the message of this movie, and did you learn anything just being a kid and being a part of it? I mean, it's a big message for both kids and adults that I think we can all learn from.
Yeah. So I find the message of the movie is what kindness can do to a person, the true story of Christmas and family. And what I learned from it was just how much you have to appreciate the ones you love.
Right. You look gorgeous. You look stunning.
Thank you so much.
What does a night like this mean for you?
I'm really excited to do this tonight. I'm really excited to see the movie, and it's been so awesome to gather with everyone after 10 months.
Talk about making this film and how I'm assuming it was fun for everybody. Talk about what that experience was like.
This was the best experience of my entire life. I've never done something this big, and when I did all the movie, it made it so much better because everyone was so nice, and everyone was so nice, and it made the movie such more fun to film.
Job well done. You did amazing.
Thank you so much.
Talk about making this film and what this meant to you and being a part of this. You had a big role out of all those kiddos. Yours is the big one.
It meant so much to me to be able to act with these amazing, talented kids, and I love them so much, and I've just found real family in them.
What will you remember most, kind of this experience of working with Dallas and all the cast members and stuff? What are you going to take with you, you think, for the rest of your life, really?
Yeah, really, just a group of amazing, supportive people, directors and crew and cast, and amazing friends and new family.
So tell me about this movie and making this movie. What are going to be some things that you remember that are going to stick with you from here on out?
Oh my God. The connection to the cast and my crew around me was truly special. I mean, everyone had great camaraderie on set, and we all got to know each other so well. We're practically family at this point. And there were just so many scenes where we all really connected, truly, and we got to understand the meaning of what this movie really is about.
What is that lesson for you?
Don't judge a book by its cover. And I say this because the Herdmans are like the scrap of the town, apparently. And then when they actually treat them right and give them a chance, they prove that they can be good too.
You look fantastic. I'm loving this suit.
Yeah, thanks. It's mainly from my mother. I got to give her credit for that, but I think I like it. I think I look snazzy.
You do. Mom knows best. I love it. Good job, Mama. Yeah. Talk about this film and how much fun this was.
This film was so much fun to make. The movie's comedic, behind the scenes was comedic, the people are comedic. It's like a combo of comedians, I guess.
What was the hardest part of working on this film, do you think? Was there anything challenging about it?
One thing was challenging was I had to not smile in certain scenes because I was supposed to be like some serious kid. I rarely smiled unless I'm being devious. So when I accidentally smile, I feel so guilty. I'm like, I'm not supposed to smile.
That would be hard for me too, so I totally understand. Do you have any big bucket list items or dreams that you want to go on and do from here?
My biggest bucket list, number one, is to get into a Star Wars movie.
Ooh.
Number one. I am a Star Wars nerd. That's my number one priority.
All right, well, maybe we'll see you on a Star Wars red carpet one day.
Lucasfilm, hire me, please. I'll do anything. I'll die in the prologue, just please.
You're awesome, buddy. Enjoy the night. Job well done on this film.
Thank you. I am so excited and happy to be here. It's going to be the best movie ever.
You have the big famous scene where you yell real loud. How many takes did that take?
About like 4, 2.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me what else that you love about that you think people are going to enjoy when they watch this movie. What do you hope they enjoy that?
I hope they enjoy like that, the true meaning of Christmas, and at the beginning, like that we were super mean, and at the end, we learned about Jesus, and we started going to church, and everything was just great.
It's going to be the best Christmas pageant ever. Today we're going to ignore everything except blood.
Oh, what? Come on!
Now that's a pageant I'd actually like to see.